How do you like being a slave? Has she gone crazy? You may think. Why on earth am I questioning free people of the 21st century about that? But I can confidently state that each person listening to me now is a slave. Slave of something powerful and unbeatable. There is a notorious force that steals all your thoughts and doesn't allow you to live a life you would truly enjoy. To show you that there is a freedom thief near you, I want to tell you a story. Once I had an amazing opportunity to visit a highly selective educational camp. Everything there was perfect, starting from the circumstances we lived in and finishing with the weather outside. But I didn't feel happy though. I was surrounded by plenty of really talented and accomplished people, and it was so inspiring. But I couldn't stop comparing myself to them, and most of the time, not to my favor. Every day I observed how others demonstrated incredible achievements and knowledge which I didn't possess. And that made me sick. What was wrong with me? The successes of others reassured me that I was worse than someone else, less clever or talented. Since that camp, my actions have been defined by permanent thoughts of what I could do to become better than someone else. Every time I saw someone doing something I hadn't done already, I felt anxious and wanted to excel. He's already learned Einstein's relativity. I also need to. She's read a full book on graph theory. Why haven't I? He's already watched Shakespeare's Hamlet in English without subtitles. Well, great. I know what I will do next weekend. The constant stress I lived in led me to health problems. Headaches and problems with sleeping consequently turned into neurodermatitis and chronic insomnia. Once, standing in front of the mirror, I stared at my face, and what I noticed was cold and empty eyes without any spark in them. Plenty of questions arose. Who was the owner of those eyes? What were her dreams? Did she have an ultimate goal? I couldn't find the answers. Now, think about yourself. Have you ever looked at the mirror and could recognize the person on the other side of it? How many times have you lost your uniqueness while trying to succeed in the things which were mediocre for you? Have you ever been close to giving up and said to yourself, I'm just not enough? If we can admit doing at least one of such things, then we have a problem in common. And you know what? The state of constant self-comparison is the thing which makes us slaves. Slaves of our thoughts. But before we figure out how to become stronger than this force, I have some positive news, which might calm you down. The thing is that self-comparison isn't something that can be disposed of completely. Making observations about others is a part of human nature. In 1954, an American social psychologist Alan Festinger made an important conclusion based on the series of researches he'd conducted. There is an inherent drive to evaluate your successes and compare them to the society's standards in order to feel safe. And this tendency started from the very beginning of human existence, when people needed to be stronger physically, more ingenious and faster in order to stay alive in natural environment. Thus, the main problem isn't self-comparison itself. What is really important for us is how to prevent it from affecting our lives in a negative way. How can we do not what the society requires, but what we strive to? Luckily, I have the answer. Suffering from all the feelings described, I came across a beautiful book by Greg McKenna called essentialism. The main idea of the book is that it's impossible to do everything, and what you really need is to find the fields in which you want to grow and work on them, without spreading your attention on anything else. One of the advice given in the book was to question yourself whether the thing you're intended to do will positively contribute to your life. And if the answer is negative, then you shouldn't do it. Now imagine that the next time you will experience such emotions, you will question yourself. Is it really something I need to worry about? If I also do the thing this or that person has done successfully, will it bring me closer to my dreams and goals? Will it make me feel happier in the long term? It's so easy to ask yourself those questions, but it's far harder to answer them. The thing is that to do so, you need to define what is really essential for you, and honestly, this is the hardest part. So as to define your essentials, you need to think of how you see yourself in, say, 10 years. Think about a dream career you want to pursue, about your sincere values, about the fields in which you have a good potential to grow in. Try sitting in a calm and quiet room, take a notebook and a pen, and divide the page into 2 columns. In the first column, write down all the things doing which you will become closer to your dream. The second column is for the things which only disturb you and steal your time. But you need to understand that only defining non-essentials isn't enough. If you don't change your mind from the inside of your heart, none of the articles connected to overcome the state of self-comparison will help you and its effect. Trust me, I used to be the person who was suffering from those feelings as well, and who was doing the things others were doing in order to just stay on the same level. And my bitter experience taught me that it's not something that makes us happy. Remember that you're talented, intelligent, and wise enough to build your own path. The beauty of our lives, the main sense of it, lies in finding your way. Only when you set goals which are important for you, work dedicatedly, every day become better than you were yesterday, and respect your faults as well as your achievements, you're more likely to achieve success. Unfortunately, there are no people who can tell you what you can do to become happy. But inside of you, in your heart and soul, there is already something listening to which you will find your way. So stop being the slave of your obsessive thoughts and start being the leader of your actions.